All right, hi, John here. I'm going to demonstrate how to apply kinesiology tape, in this case RockTape, and this is RockTape RX. It's a little less sticky than the standard RockTape, on my patient's shoulder who had a fracture, dislocation, and rotator cuff repair. She's about 8.5 weeks post-op right now. So you always want to elongate, meaning stretch the target tissue. In this case, it's the posterior or rear shoulder. I'm going to measure from this bony prominence here, the AC joint, to the back of the shoulder, and just follow the deltoid to the upper arm right to here. And that's how I make my measurement. Make my cut. Always want to round the corners. That minimizes the chance of the tape corners catching on clothes and such things, and therefore coming off. And when it's off, it doesn't work. So this helps improve the life and longevity of the application. So I pre-tear a couple inches from the end. That's going to be the anchor. There's never any stretch in the anchor. Before I take any adhesive or any backing off, I will put the tape where I want it to be. Once I have it where I want it to be, I just poke the backing off like that. Get the clothes out of the way, lay the anchor down with absolutely no stretch. You want to rub it in for a couple seconds to activate the adhesive. Again, to get the backing off, you just give it a little poke to free it up. And then I unpeel, fold it, and hold the backing short of the 2-inch anchor on this end. And in her case here, I'm going to just put a little bit of stretch on the tape so that I don't have any wrinkles. Stand to the armpit, come down to the end, and set the anchor again with no stretch. That's the back piece. For the front piece, I'm going to have you turn and elongate the front of your shoulder. Yep, so you're just going to put your hand on here, turn away. Good. We'll just expose that area. You can see where the incision was. So same procedure in terms of measuring. I want to go from skin across that bony prominence, across the front deltoid, and then follow that deltoid to the upper arm here. Round my corners again. And again, pre-tear. Tear the paper backing a couple of inches from the end. You can poke the backing off to get it ready to apply the anchor. Leave the backing on so that it minimizes the chance of the tape getting stuck on anything. So once you have your stabilization piece where you want it to be, carefully set your anchor. No tension on the anchor. Unpeel, fold, and hold. Rub it down as you apply the tape with a little bit of tension just to keep the wrinkles out. This is a stabilization piece to supply and promote some stability to the front so that when it shortens, you'll see these little convolutions in the back. You can see them there. That's the lifting. Yep. So turn and stay right there. And the last piece I'm going to put on is specific to stabilizing the rotator cuff back here. So again, I'm going to have her hug her arm across her front. So pull your elbow across your body. Yep. Good. Hold your arm right there. And the last piece will just anchor on the arm on skin. Come across the deltoid, and it's going to come across the back of the rotator cuff and finish here towards the spinous process. So this will help support the posterior cuff, the rotator cuff. And again, the three effects of the tape are to mitigate pain, support and decompress, and provide a neurosensory effect, which is improving proprioception, which is body position awareness in space. When the brain is more aware of where the body is, it's more certain about its position. When there is certainty in life, there's more comfort, less of a threat to movement. When there's less of a threat to movement, it is safer to move. Okay, turn. So to get under the gown here, I'm just going to take the backing and the top end and just tuck them underneath, nice and flat. That would keep the wrinkles out as I now pull the backing through where I want it to be, and just follow with my other hand and lay it down. And there it is. Okay, so 3 strips back, front, and 1 more in the back.